Hi everybody, it's me, Ebony Thomas Butler, here at the Community College of Baltimore County School of Health Professions Admissions Office. I'm here just to give you a little bit of an update and a little bit of encouragement too. First things first, number one, make sure you subscribe, make sure that you follow us so that you can get this information in a timely fashion, and you can always come back and get the information and re-look at it and re-listen to it, okay? That's important. Okay, number two, if you are applying to a CCBC School of Health Professions program, let's say you're applying to nursing or mortuary science, dental hygiene, any of those things through the Central Application Service, or the CAS, as we like to call it, be sure that if you are choosing to have Professional Transcript Entry, PTE, where you're paying for somebody to enter your transcript, it's a choice, you don't have to do it, but if you are choosing to do that, you've got some follow-up to take care of. Remember that you have to check your email to make sure A, your transcripts have been received, that B, those transcripts have been entered and have been entered correctly. You have to go through and verify that they were entered correctly and then say, yes, I agree, this information was done correctly. If you don't do that, I don't get your application. It's still sitting there waiting for you. And I will make the decisions on the admissions, and so will my coworkers, without you having done that. So it's not our job to remind you. We will do our best to remind you, but we're not doing the work. We're not doing the data entry here, okay? The second part of that is you have to complete the portion where you require or request your transcript. If you don't ask for your transcript to be sent to the correct location, it can't be entered. So it's a two-part, right? You have to say, yes, I want to do this, and submit your official transcript so that it can be done. And then you have to verify that it was done correctly. So make sure you check back on that you're checking your email, that if you don't hear anything, you log back into the application and check your notifications to see where you stand. That's important. We don't want you to pay your application fee and then us not be able to process your application because we haven't gotten the information that we require. Okay, but again, it's not required that you do that. You don't have to do the professional transcript entry. Honestly, it's pretty quick if you enter it yourself. Just sit down, give yourself a few minutes to type everything in, cut and paste it in. That's how I prefer to do it. I open up two tabs, I cut and paste from one to the other. Drink a glass of whatever you happen to have close by. It shouldn't take more than 30 minutes, honestly. But the other thing is, if you stop, it will automatically save, or if you click the save button, it'll save for you in particular. And then you can come back and finish it another day if you need to. So it's not a big deal. But either way, remember that if you do select Professional Transcript Entry and you pay for that service, you are required to make sure your transcripts are both received and properly entered, and you have to respond to their request. All of that was like number two. Here's number three. We have a slightly new policy. We've always required that CCBC transcripts be sent to the CAS along with any other colleges. We've always required that any other colleges outside of CCBC be sent to our registrar's office here for your transfer of credit. Here's what's different. We used to wait on everything to come through and just go ahead and work it out and determine what we thought might transfer before the transfer evaluation team had a chance to look at it. And it was all done in good faith. But we've run into a lot of issues with that here lately. And in order for us to now process your application, pay attention, in order for us to now process your application, if you're a transfer student, if you're coming from Baltimore City Community College or Towson University or some other college outside of CCBC, you must have those transcripts at CCBC and have them evaluated for the program you are applying to. So not just evaluated for a general education degree. If you're applying for nursing, it needs to be evaluated specifically for nursing. If you're applying for dental hygiene, it needs to be evaluated specifically for that program for dental hygiene. So make sure that you are requesting that to be done. So first you have to apply if you're transferring in. You apply to CCBC. It's a free application. You can do it as soon as you think you're going to come here, right? You can then send your transcripts in and declare your major. Once that happens, we will be able to see internally which courses our registrar chose to use. Those will be the courses that we will use to proceed with your application. So if you take a speech course somewhere, but it does not transfer in as CMNS 101 here, which is Intro to Communications here at CCBC, we won't be able to use it, right? We have to use the course that transfers in to satisfy that requirement. Once your transcripts are received and once your transfer evaluation is completed, if you have questions, you should reach out to your academic advisor here at CCBC. They can see what transferred in and they can kind of explain to you what was used and why it was used that way, okay? So we will be using those same courses that transfer in. If you have not done that, you're going to have to get it done. That's it, right? So 2 sets of transcripts, 2. One has to come for our external students, our transferring in students. One has to come from your other school, Howard University, Howard Community College, Harvard Community College, wherever it happens to be. Has to come from that school to CCBC Direct for transfer evaluation in your program of choice. Second one goes to Watertown, Massachusetts. You'll find that information in your program application, in the CAS application, where to send it to. And that's when I will review your application. That's kind of my application process. So just kind of those few things, those 3 quick little things, little updates for you, okay? Hope you guys are having a fabulous, wonderful spring. It is spring. It's time for renewal. So if you haven't been giving yourself and feeding yourself positive thoughts, it's a good day to start that right now. Spring break will be coming up. Get in the habit of telling yourself every single day 2 things about yourself that you love. 2 things about yourself that you love. Pump yourself up, right? I want you to know that I believe that you can do this. I legit believe it, which is why I work here, because I know you can do it. But you have to know you can do it as well. Something else you can do, and this is something I do at home, write down every day at least one thing you feel is a blessing to yourself. One little thing. Keep that gratitude, right? Know that you are the stuff, but also be grateful for being that. All right, guys, I'm tuning out. It's the end of the day. It's that kind of a day. If you have questions about what you've seen in this video, feel free to email us. If you have suggestions on what you'd like to see next, be sure to post those comments below. Remember to like and to follow, and we'll chat with you soon. Take care.